say they'll not be able to reach the target per tax collection inside 2022 because Paramount Chief them can collect tax. Who said council they collect tax. The deputy commissioner na the National Youth Commission Emerson Kamasi, the $40 million grants we they don't get from World Bank will give opportunity to 8,000 young people them for improve their business. And today inside the program Good Morning Salon, we will look at the state of the country economy.
Well, this plus other story them there for inside this edition of the program Good Morning Salon, and also you dey get we on www.radiodemocracy.sl. Now, Leo Rock Metal Group, the sponsor of Radio Democracy, for bringing the program come to you. From we partner radio station them, you dey listen we live from Radio Shalom 89.5 Nakoina Dugu and Falaba District, on Radio Malin 88.5, Radio 1J 101.3 na Pujon District, Radio Collins 90.0 na Cambia, Radio Mua 105.5 na Kailao, Vopa de Radio na Watalo, Voice of Sando na Kono District, Voice of Karine na Kamakwe on 98.0, Voice of Masoro na Pujon District, and also on Jange Radio on 99.3 FM na Lower Wabon District. The program na Good Morning Salon. You can be part of them by way I will send a message or comment to the number 077-981-981, or you're gonna read the Democracy Facebook page and be part of the program on different issues that we'll get to look at inside this edition of the program Good Morning Salon.
Inside the program, we start for look at issues to go said welfare officer and the Minister of Tourism and Cultural Affairs for the National Dance Troupe, Ahmed Uri, say the National Dance Troupe they get plenty challenge like side for tap, employment, costume, and other thing them. Ahmed talk this we they talk to Radio Democracy about the challenge them with the National Dance Troupe they get and the kind of support we expect from governments. Well, it talk more to Jaffarmans Davis inside this interview.
The National Dance Troupe starts in 1963 at Hastings, but it transferred to Aberdeen in 1972. It came into existence as a result of visits with the then Prime Ministers and meeting with the sub-region on other Africa countries. The way they welcome them, it was unfit say instead for form a young cultural group that's really.
Okay. So now, as at now, how many dancers they will get?
Presently, we'll go up to 75 dancers there. Presently, we got the Mende inside the Timini, Creole, Fula, Madingo, Soso, all the inside the 75.
Okay. So now, give us more background about how Salon National Dance Troupe, the situation they current.
Well, the situation currently not too good, but we manage because in those days, encouragement be there, but presently encouragement not there. But they just they manage no more because no way to do. But presently encouragement not there at all. The situation is really difficult for them, especially in the area of employment, accommodation, costumes, instruments. It's not easy, but then they manage.
So you don't talk about how employment not there, but all this past how the troupe don't they sustain?
Well, the troupe don't they sustain through, as I can call them, Mami Coca. Because they get Mami Coca then people, because not only government will they serve.
What do you mean by Mami Coca?
Mami Coca means like when 98.1 call me, say we need the dance troupe for go perform for we. That when I not go to office to we, Ministry of Tourism not go, they wanna call like me, or wanna talk to dancers they wanna sabi, or drummers they wanna sabi, because people they always sabi them. So you can call anyone say, bo, when I get married play, wanna go play for me. We say okay, well this married play go with 2,000. So that 2,000 way they give we, who way they go for that play, now who they shiba. So then the Mami Coca. So who get that money? Now through that money, now they all them wire, then they live for the past 20 years. Because government they pay them. Now all when they get them Mami Coca, ya who go they hold on dance waiting they pay who shiba. Because when they keep out, we only keep some at times in case of emergency. So we can keep some. Because we not go that they give, but we can shiba. And all shiba, they make sure say all man gladdy. Because they give money where they able go buy food, or go buy clothes, or go buy marriage where you be the gladdy. So now make at times when I can see them they go by dance, some man the gladdy way they dance. Because it no say where I done. Which how they get. It able to sustain me and my family for that 1-2 days.
So you mentioned about how na 75 member in the troupe right now. The one that the pay, the one that know the pay. Now what's the number there?
Now just 19 people in the pay.
After that they pay them.
Government hospital in the pay them.
Then salary within which range?
Well then salary they na grade 1 then all this on the grade 2 now. But then salary they between 1.6, 1.7. But that government they pay them right now every month. I don't know exactly the figure, but around that, then government they pay them. All in 19 of the all the balance they never receive salary.
From then 10 to now, waiting on change we make you say on a situation no they up to that standard we not expect?
But good thing don't change. In those days, the dance troupe bigger transport. Right now, we not get no transport. We not get transport. The dance troupe they get diet. Right now, we not get diet. The dance troupe get beaucoup facilities there in terms of traveling in and out of Sierra Leone. But now it's not easy. Now all the whole don't get this minister say now see now the dance troupe they travel up like because anytime we get cultural festival or we get any occasion out of Freetown, it make them possible see the dance troupe for take part. At least for who showcase the culture of Sierra Leone.
Okay. Before this term, when I be left Aberdeen outside the dance troupe day now, and later small pound again will begin the scene at Aberdeen. What will be happening?
Well, in 2016, the then government of Ernest Bai Krumah, then be taught and fit to them, say them for relocate the dance troupe na 6 miles. When at 36 miles from the city, then call the place crossing. So then be give everybody a rentage of one year. Me win and the welfare officer with the paid up dancers there. Then we go for 4 million for go rents. They understood in like for 2 kind of studio, so they begin them 30 million. They say more all go rents for one year. At least the person we don't win the bid for the 3.6 acre land at Aberdeen. They say the person they go build for we na 6 miles across.
The program is still listening to now. Good morning, Salon. We come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. You be listening to the welfare officer and the Minister of Tourism and Cultural Affairs for the National Dance Troupe, winner Ahmed Wuri. Usa is the National Dance Troupe. They get plenty challenge for them welfare, salary for members and other thing them and call on government for help them. The program, Good Morning Salon, as we mentioned, is a one part with headlines stories them today. We look at the states of the country economy. We get with studio representative them for can look at the issues here. The program I want to welcome Imran Sila. We come out from the strategic communications units and the government spokesman office. Good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Yeah, good morning, Fambulem Unaudo.
And same way I want to welcome Honorable Alpha Jallo, Member of Parliament. We come out Falaba District. Good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning, Radio Democracy. Good morning, Fambulem.
Today we look at the state of the country economy and we get representative from the strategic communications units, the government spokesman office, and also we get representative from the All People's Congress APC party in our parliament. They start with Imran Sila. Of course, when we say the economy, the ordinary man can understand by it the impacts it gets on the thing that we buy and sell basic commodities them. From your standpoint as somebody who represents government now the program this morning as we look at the state of the economy, what thing you can say about it as it stands?
Well, I mean, I think say you analysis or probably interpretation about the economy right to some points because which you suggest and which you say now like which you would call the end points. The end point in which you would call economic variables then, which in they ultimately mean, right, for people them way they actually go buy things them, now market them, particularly when it comes to essential commodities. But it also means it gets several other things then where they get you to that point. So as it is now, we know say we inflation figures then done the countdown. We're about 31% as of the latest figures that will come out now. Before that, they've been the 34%. Last year, October, and have been anything between 54 and 56%. So a lot don't happen over this period. We also know say some stability down there with the exchange rate, the dollar to the leons, and we know say if you look forward and you want to make projections, so not only we Sierra Leone as a government, but also all of them financial and lending institutions. Then so they talk about World Bank, IMF, and all of them one in there. Then calculation of that by the second half of next year, towards the end of next year, the inflation figures then they definitely in all likelihood could probably get to single digits. So down there, they tell we, whilst we acknowledge your points where you make say essential commodities then get their own challenge right now in terms of the prices of them commodities and We also equally, if you look at the medium to long term and the prospects, them, we'll get a feeling say things go stabilize and it will improve gradually. Now that make we sort of also focus on agriculture for make sure say we reduce with demand for imported food stem essential commodities kind of this country. Then they said which I will call rippling effects in terms of the demand for foreign exchange, the desire for import things then kind of this country. It means so global for produce more. Like what they do now with them paddy products, then way to the point where they export, they're now going to the sub-region. So those are some of the things that we don't try for bring calm.
Okay, go ahead,
We
Iman.
don't try for bring calm now into how we go before deal and address with the medium to long term problems then the economy face right now.
So how this resonate to the ordinary person for like get something on time, affordability and accessibility of basic things the way people need. One, the staple food. When arrest. This explanation speaks to the reality where they happen on the ground.
So, well, I mean, it puts what's happen on the ground into context. Whilst, as I say, I acknowledge we get challenges when it comes to the prices of essential commodities. We know, say, those figures, they not look, not USA we want them for day. But then you also get for look at which you try for do, right, for change that narrative day and for change that situation day. So now that make, as part of the conversation, we make it always get, not to only look at the figures which they look like now, but you also get for try for see, make them projections, and that's what them will look like in the medium to long term. So I will give you a typical example. If, for example, me or the right honorable sending Peking go school now, and then the first time report card come, and that Peking day something come, out of 20 person in a class, it got 16 out of 20. Yes, it's a problem now. Huh? Quite clearly, because then grades then they not go look good. Now that make it 16 out of 20. But which then they also mean? Then they also mean say you get for now sit down with your picking and try to understand why it can 16 out of 20. Well, I think say now don't do now the current, which I will let's say price of essential commodities where now the question we want to ask. Right? But how do I get my daughter, my son? Not for 16 over 20 again in second term, mid-term, or second term, final term exams. Right? That is what you refer to as the medium to long term.
So this medium to long term, when it could be a reality, because this explanation, the ordinary people are doing here for a long time, and now they want to get access to the essential goods, they want to get access to basic commodities, because this medium and long term plan we talk about, and then some people say they speak to reality, they're not going for witness them.
So there is, you said I want to get access.
Yes, it will be affordable as well.
So there's access. The problem with I think say everybody and hence that is which make your colleague ask the question now affordability.
The access not to waiting exactly.
No, access there in terms of essential commodities. We not run out of essential commodities in this country. Even at the height of COVID, we had a quick action economic response program and Chaucer. The essential commodities them in day. So accessibility in day. The question where I think so will probably, and I think so I don't try for talk about now affordability. And look, economists then will tell you say affordability is relative to income. Right? Affordability in life is relative to income. The things that are affordable for you, Saptu, might not be affordable for me. The things that will be affordable for me, sometimes will be affordable for honorable Jallo. Because it's relative to income. Right? That's the reality. And now that make, if affordability, we agree say relative to income, we also supposed to look at measures them over time what government don't do. Right? In terms of over 13,000 teachers them, we don't get PIN code. But for the first time in their lives, could claim say now then they get salaries on a monthly basis, then they don't go on the government wage bill.
But see, recently they release a call on the backlog and other payment will not be made it from this same the Sierra Leone Teachers Union where they talk about so recent as it is. So if you say they are paid on time,
it is
why we see such
no. I say will not be ever they get salary. It is precisely because they get salary now that make you able for advocate say backlog day for let them pay you so you know you're entitled to you not get. For those who not been get or will not ever get, can't be part of this conversation. Like where you so in the form of a question. It is because you are having you name them na payroll. You get PIN code. You name the you salary they come up from the consolidated revenue. That is why you cannot have a conversation in terms of backlog. not to them at the first set, we don't get that conversation though with government. Law not forget, say very recently, teachers then we also get that conversation there, right, with government, with the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary, also with regards to salary increase. Law also not forget, say government will also sit down, right, with lecturers there, the Ministry of Tertiary and Higher Education also, and talk about salary increase, so they agree on a 75% increase over a period of 3 years. That is because you find yourself in a position where, in the first place, you get pin code. Secondly, right, government due job. Thirdly, you are being paid from the consolidated revenue. That is why you'd have the luxury for able to get them conversations. And so the point why they make is this: the broader point for me now that we get teachers over 10,000 where they don't get pin code, where they get salaries. We get nurses them in excess of, health workers and health practitioners them in excess of 7,000-8,000 where they on government wage, where they on government payroll and get pin code. We get civil and public servants, as we talk so right now, we know say recruitment they on, right, by PSC, right, for public servants them across the board, right, even your ministry self, as we talk so now. Concurrence don't come out, I think, from the Ministry of Finance with regards to employment opportunities there, where they talk about a total of 100. So those are all what you would call mitigating circumstances, not to talk about the Munafa fund, not to talk about social safety net and all of the interventions that they were ongoing as we speak. It is precisely because of the point where you raise, right, in terms of the challenges on essential commodities. That's why government is spread the arm, right?
Okay.
And make sure they're able to incorporate as many people whilst we talk about the medium to long-term prospects and how far it is.
When you start for talk on the economic issue, you start on the basis of the inflation. Of course, we get impacts on the economic growth and the life of people. You say Salon stands at 39%.
31 now, I think, yeah.
39%.
31.
I just do my research.
Okay.
39%. Low.
Inflation?
You think
Inflation, yes.
yeah, you think that I just do my research and do comparative analysis.
Okay.
You think 39%.
Waiting at the source, if I can get it now.
Now CPI.
Okay.
They call it the consumer price index.
Consumer price index. You talk about inflation.
So let we look at 39.
Which one inflation?
Let's.
Are you talking about inflation
for
on
argument's sake?
commodities?
For argument's sake, we agree saying at 31%.
No,
you think that's good for the economy?
So just
for argument's sake, let's agree on 31. As
no. I don't want it to be for argument's sake. I want to let it be a conversation for the public for consume, a healthy conversation. So if you say CPI, that you talk about consumer price index, and also then the price for essential commodities. Which are they talk about overall inflation, and there are distinctions. So we have to get it right now.
So now,
for the purpose of this conversation, yeah.
Let's go by you.
Overall inflation might be different from this already reference.
Let we go by 31. Let we go by 31%.
Okay.
How you can describe 31% inflation rate?
So look, if overall inflation drops, so and it's not only for the metrics where they use is not only for Sierra Leone, yeah. For the first time now, since COVID, inflation in the United States is under 3%. But the price of essential commodities is still there. It is still a challenge. So my assertion based on facts that inflation is at 31% as of the latest figures for May or will come out. Not essentially means a Bank of Salon. And it was said by His Excellency the President. If you've been there na the program na Bank Complex, na King Tom, His Excellency the President said that himself. Prior to that, it was at 34%. So what you're saying is correct, right? In terms of consumer price index, but you talk about inflationary pressures on essential commodities. There are distinctions.
No,
we'll get forget tonight. So my point is this: overall inflation the drop. If you check World Bank and IMF reports and projections, it will also tell you say overall inflation, right, by the end of this year to early next year, definitely go down under 20%, right? And by the time we get to the back end of next year, we might be going into.
My question at 31%, how you can describe it in the economy?
It may inflation. Not look. So you're not necessarily the rub off on what you could call the prices of essential commodities, where you already there allude to, and we CSF actually supposed for able to acknowledge and accept say, yes, the price of essential commodities get their own variables and get their own challenge.
Okay.
Yeah? Not any outside we want and for day, but more importantly, how we fix them, how we get for solver. Another make would say there has to be an emphasis on follow able for grow we own products. And
no.
Hence the reason Ultimate President Bill is big on feed, salon, and agriculture.
I I'll just do a comparative analysis on the inflation. Let me clarify something quick. And Guinea, as it stands, then they 4.8, and Liberia, as it stands, in the 6.34.
On which one? Because you don't get,
they talk about inflation.
Overall inflation, or not?
They talk about overall inflation.
Now you don't come back to that.
No, they talk about overall inflation.
No, I just want to
know. No, we talk about overall inflation. You say
you
overall
inflation.
Consumer
Price index. You don't come out to overall inflation.
We talk about overall inflation.
Who say you did now?
Salons. I don't understand.
Who say you did now?
I don't understand.
The first reference you give was consumer price, not overall inflation.
I talk about inflation.
You don't come out.
I talk about inflation.
Okay.
Salon stand at 31. If you go by your figure.
No, not to me figure.
And no. Guinea stand at 4.8 and Liberia stand at 6.34. Waiting at the challenge we now the Mano River Union base. Salon still get challenge with inflation.
I don't see you source for the figures that you give for Guinea.
So you not trust them figure then?
I don't see them. You need to give the reference.
So you give me your figure as of inflation now then countries and the.
So I don't see their own figures, right? And one of the things that I think so we also need for do. I know they say I doubt your figures then.
Okay.
But I mean, if you give figures them, you're also supposed to also give the source, give the reference. Yeah, they're okay to forget a conversation around that.
Okay, Imran.
Until I will forget the reference and they able to authenticate them as to whether they're very organic. I can't get a conversation around them. Which I will say, but we're inflation. The figures that I give, not the figures that I see anything but yeah. Banco Salon, they pull their report on a monthly basis. Statistics earlier, they do their own on a monthly basis. As just in a day, you get this consumer price index where you refer to initially and begin the model up with inflation, overall inflation, which is not the case. But over and above
so
all
what
that,
is the case, Imran?
Over and above all
that, Imran, continue for the
case. No, the problem is, what is your old case?
Over and above all that.
What do you mean by overall inflation?
Over and above all that, right? I think I will also give reference now. Look at World Bank reports, right, for May, June.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
Right, forget some of them figures that were also.
We need to go over to the other guests. That's Imran Silla from the Strategic Communication Unit, Ministry of Information and Civic Education. As today inside the program, they look at the status of the country economy. And we'll come over to the other studio guest, Honorable Alpha Jallo, Member of Parliament, Falaba District for the Opposition Party, APC. Good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon. We talk about the economy, they affect everybody in different way, one way or the other. And you just listen to somebody where they represent government and we don't give a own analysis. From my own point of view as a Sierra Leonean, way the economy gets a own direct impact on you, which you will say genuinely in terms of assessing the economy.
Honestly, every time you listen to government spokespeople or somebody from the government they talk, you will really think say no to this country they talk about. Because whenever they say anything, when they talk about the economy, you see so much disconnect between waiting and they say and waiting at the reality and the gone. My brother, they talk about inflation just now. This is a government where campaign on the premise that then they bring the inflation down to a single digit. They meet the inflation about 16%. Yeah. And then the campaign say it's high, and then they bring it down to a single digit. Over the period, you see inflation go up to 56%. You wonder, you ask yourself, how did we get here? A government will be the campaign on the premise say inflation is so high, and we will bring it down to a single digit. And then eventually you see inflation up to 56%. And now you see the government, like they say, it's coming down and this and that. How did we get there in the first place? I mean, you see they meet the dollar rate, the exchange rate at 7,000. Now it's 20 old leons. Now it's 24,000. New leons. You ask yourself, with all what you wanna be the say, with all the sound economic policies, all what you have on paper, how we get that this place in the first place. You look at even we now in the neighboring Guinea, the exchange rate, never in the history of this country, Guinea money no value past Salon money, except now. Now that make lots of people that maybe they go to Guinea for go buy. Now they know they go, because if you take 10 million leons now, you're going to get in 3 million leons they get.
Okay, Honorable, need for Liana first, as we need for go for a break. We'll come back to you, go continue for Musa stop the program. Good morning, Salon, and now we go for a break.
Do you know you can transfer money buy airtime, and pay all your utility bills in just a minute? You can have access to your account anytime, anywhere. Welcome to the world of fast and easy. GT World. With the GT World, you can transfer money from one GT Co account to another, pay utility bills, get account statements, get airtime, and check your balance. With GT World, you can buy Excel anytime, anywhere. You can go to App Store or Play Store on your iPhone and Android devices, download the app, and enjoy. GT Co. Wouldn't you rather bank with us?
It's a brand new song for our customers. Play the bank with us all over the universe.
Save small and win big. UBA, they celebrate 75 years of better banking service. And as alone, the bank done there for 15 years now. This na big celebration, and we want give back to we wonderful customer them. We don't make we business go find one for the past 75 years with the UBA Savings Legacy promo. Save small and get your own share on this 350,000 leons. 30 customer them go get the chance for win cash prize every quarter. Just put 2,000 leons and above na your account. And the more you put 2,000 and above na your account, na the more you go increase your chance for win more. No wait so kapu the chance now. Your legacy starts today. The draw them go happen inside September and December 2024. Join UBA for celebrate 75 years of excellence. UBA, Africa's global bank.
Money in my pockets, but what I want correct. Customer service with excellence. Now that's make with the top, now the continent.
The program Good Morning Salon they continue from that break though they come over to our studio guests as inside this edition today where they look at the country economy and waiting the current government don't do for make them better so that everybody in life will not gonna be too challenged. And I continue with Honorable Alpha Jallo, member of Parliament of Falaba District from the main opposition APC party. You will lay premises on which you think
Yes.
on assessing the country economy. You can continue.
Yes, thank you. Us up to you. So, like Abide say, you look at the exchange rate between Guinea and Sierra Leone. I mean, never in the history of this country, Guinea money no value past Salon money. Only under this administration, we promise all kind thing before then they can power in 2018. You look at the price for fuel. I mean, when you talk about all this, they excuse this like, oh, na COVID, na the Russia-Ukraine war, and all of these things. But then you put that into perspective. You look at Guinea. Guinea fuel for the last how many years? I mean, it's stable, it's stabilized, the exchange rate stabilized. Then you ask yourself, how Salon connect with Ukraine and Russia war? Will Guinea not connect? Will Liberia not connect? So waiting make na Salon no more this thing they affect that kind of way they unprecedentedly. But they affect Liberia, Guinea and Liberia when are we next door neighbor. You look at that. Every time you see government spokespeople they talk, now then kind of you see the disconnection between the people and the government. Everything government they say. You talk about feed Salon and the government agenda on agriculture and all of this. Recently we monthly press conference, the All People's Congress Parliamentary Group monthly press conference. We get on our party headquarters, and we zoom into this agriculture, this feed Salon program, and we reference a report where WFP pull, we then call Food Security Monitoring Systems report. You look at the trend over the years since this government came to power. You just see how food insecurity they on the rise, and then tell you say okay, the economy they become stabilized and this and that. But the fact is, these statistics, this data, where you go on a street, you meet up on a street. For example, because somebody will feel say we just quote statistics, we just quote data, we know we disconnected like this, not just numbers, like how people don't go understand within inflation and how these numbers they affect the daily person na the street. But you look at how much have been the minimum wage back in 2018, and almost them the salaries back then. Minimum wage have been 500,000, and one bag rice have been 200,000. Today, minimum wage na 800,000, but one bag rice na 1 million leons. old leons. Yeah. So this not the reality na the gone. This not the reality na the gone. So you look at food insecurity. That this report where they say where we are talking about this WFP report, Food Security Monitoring Systems report. Now report in the pool every year. We WFP they pull every year. In fact, the last 3 years and they pull on twice inside the year. And so then say food insecurity now this country currently na 82%. We mean say 82% of the country population not able to get waiting they want for it. They're not able to eat like how they're supposed for it. They're insecure. They don't know where the next meal they come out. You know, this are scary statistics. For make 82% of the country population not able to eat, like they not know where the next meal they come out. And then you compare that with food insecurity status back in 2018, where this government can have power. In 2018, have been 43%. And today, now 82%. Like you they wonder who side this thing come. How did we get here? You know, you look at the trend from my brother been they say earlier, you need for like they take one statistics, you isolate them, but then you look at the trend. I get the figures then I have from this food WFP report. You find from 2018 to 2024, the data, the insecurity not ever go down, not up no more they go. In fact, the one that was severely food insecure, that the one that we in a beggar level now this country, the one that we not get no other option but for going to street now and big, 2018 have been 2%. Today, as we talk now, 18%. So technically, they see all the bad indicators then over a period of 6 years, it just they go up. And then the good indicators, then they go down. Then the government, they sit down, they tell you, say, they make progress, the economy, they go, and this and then they like, you wonder which country then they talk about, because this not to Sierra Leone.
Honorable, let we look at, you make mention, say, when the president, for instance, made the campaign promise for put inflation down, and at a time even say before we celebrate independence we don't go 1 digits of inflation, but all of a sudden when you look at the ECOWAS to 2022-2023 Salone and Nigeria that they reached the highest in the ECOWAS region in terms of inflation, we are 42.9 and for Salone and 42.2 for Nigeria. What do you think say actually go wrong when the rest of ECOWAS member states then the inflation they go down, we still in the 30s, they try to go down?
You know, again, lots of things then go wrong. Yeah, one of the things now for just make pronouncements where you not even understand. You know, this government, as far as your assessment concerned, is now government where can just make pronouncements. They're not can even know like waiting it mean for making pronouncement there. Let me like give example. Yeah, the government they talk about this feed salon program. Yeah, and then the project document for feed salon. The budget for feed salon, they say now $1.6 billion. Yeah, now in the need for feed salon for this project, and then they need we need this money over the period of 5 years. But then for 2024, they say we need $257 million. Yeah, for 2024. But waiting we get, according to the project document, is $140 million. We mean say for just 2024, we already get a gap, a deficit of $116 million. Yeah. And so you wonder in the next 3 years, we saw they pull $1.4 billion. Yeah. Well, I'll just put them money into perspective. Yeah, for we, so that we understand waiting at this $1.6 billion. The entire budget for the country, the whole budget for 2024, now $900 million. We mean say if this $1.6 billion, it means if the whole country will not do anything, will not pay teachers, will not pay nurses, will not pay soldiers, will not pay police, will not do any other thing. All that budget they will take out, put up and feed salon, we still need about $700 million. Yeah, for do so that technically we need like a 2-year budget for do feed salon. We not able to do any other thing. Yeah, so this now like So you can wonder, like, how come you they do that kind of pronouncement there? I would say expect for get the money out from. And another thing, like another pronouncement, like just for tell you, say, for support me, put me opinion for say this government can just make pronouncements in a way they're not can even understand. Now this youth employment scheme, where the government say then they provide jobs for 500,000. Then they provide 500,000 jobs over this period. Like, really? Waiting at the statistics, so far, how much jobs we don't get? How you they provide them jobs here? Not for just make pronouncements. Now, so to the build up to the elections in 2028, the president on the pronouncement of free education, he talks in the buy uniforms, buy school bags, shoes, and this and that. And now one BBC interview where they ask like how many this project they cost, how many this program they cost at that time. Like, I don't even get an idea. Of
no, because of let we just limit this to the economy and ask about the inflation rate when the rest of ECOWAS countries they go down. They try for achieve single digit salon, still they try for come on in the 30s. If not been APC, what you wanna they do?
Yeah, so again, you go back to the records, me not an economist, yeah, but you go back to the records, you see how APC been done they do over the period. From 2007 to 2018, you see how the economy be the grow in this country. Unlike the Ebola will be get the mudslide and all of these shocks we will get, even globally, will be the get shocks, because you remember where APC can power where team be the difficult here and there. They say they give the excuse well now the global waiting and all of that. Take people and begin to provoke the government say now global government and all of this. But then sound economic policies them in there in place where they make the thing they stabilize, because look at waiting they happen now. Never in the history of this country will not go to that level here.
So honorable, in terms of all which you don't see, you want to say from all the things where this current government don't do from the first time now, then they into the second time and then just don't do it here inside the second time, no resonate to the reality where they happen to the ordinary people at all?
Obviously, it don't resonate. And you yourself this year, because I believe we all this year, because we all live in a market. We know how this government campaign, how they encounter power. And then we see the period of 6 years, how this thing don't they go. You go in a market, you want for buy, you feel say the money na loss, you loss.
But according to Mr. Silla, most of the things in commodities or basic essential goods, it's not like they're not, shorting. They're not shorting the day. It's just that the affordability, according to them, not in the problem. You think say the country for even day in a situation in day when something they're available, but the ordinary people not able for get access to like for buy them.
How they're not available? People are not able to buy them. They just get for they don't get for stock at the shelves because people are not able to buy them. Yeah, so they just get for available because how many they pay people? 800,000. I say even if they pay you like the minimum wage 800,000, you need to go fend and can add they for buy one bag. So you go put plaza.
So at this time, what do the ordinary people any expect making livelihood easy for people? At this time, what do you think say the ordinary people they expect? Because most time owner can say they is using the word of inflation and all of that stuff. They exchange rate not too much they in line with waiting the ordinary people. Then they look at. So we talk about their livelihood on each day.
As always, there is a social contract between government and the people. Yeah. So the government will do all they can to just for talk. I always they say it's high time we walk the walks and left for talk this talk no more every time. So like government need for ensure say then sincere in waiting and they say and left for give these statistics. They tell people beautiful stories. Thing way. You provoke the people then basically. You need for come to terms with waiting the happening in the country. Look at this WFP report. The way they tell you say like 82% of the country population angry. Like and when the president go na parliament in there, the state opening of parliament, it quotes this adage, popular adage you all know for say an angry man is a hungry man is an angry man. So that then they tell you see we get 82% of the country population we angry, we vex. So like now it make you know sometimes you the wonder we meet up some man on the street the kind way it vex by you for small thing where you do you the wonder who say come out from. But when I see the statistics, I think I know say oh okay now the angry bakuna the country that make everybody the work in vex one.
Okay, well that's now Honorable Alpha Jallo, Member of Parliament, Palaban District from the main opposition APC party, where they gain your view generally on the topic of they look at today, assessing the economy so far. Continue for the with me inside the program as now we go for a break.
UTB, Union Trust Bank, the game changer don't come. As we the lead, others they follow. And just with your mobile phone, you will transfer and receive money with ease, speed, and safety. UTB don't make it possible for collect money na ATM machine without the ATM card. Now that we call cardless ATM. You, the UTB customer, will send money to anybody and the person can collect the money na any UTB ATM panel without any ATM card. All it can do now for just enter the reference code and collect the money. The UTB Copper in safe day. With this UTB Copper, any UTB customer can transfer Copper with a mobile phone to anybody up to 5 billion loans. And with the reference code, the person can go to any UTB branch and collect the Copper. Union Trust Bank, we there for you.
Emo?
Yes, darling.
You say you no get money this evening, but I take notice say you come with boku provision them. Make it no be say na trust you don't go trust them provision ya.
You don't wonder you say me trust? When you they talk about the magician and banking business na the country, Zenith Bank they number 1. You see them Cardia me an, then call them Visa and MasterCard. I can use them Cardia, take money na any Zenith Bank branch na the country. Any side, anytime, and any hour. I can use them Cardia, do payments na supermarket, hotel, restaurant, pharmacy, or any shop where get POS machine. You can use them Cardia do online payment for goods where you want pay for online. Any banking transaction where you do with Zenith Bank, you must get bank alert for inform you the client about your account transaction, or can even send notification via email or mobile SMS for you where can do deposit or cash withdrawal. For more, just go to Zenith Bank their office na 18 and 20 Rodin Street, Lumley, Kleintown, and Wellington Freetown, or then branch them na Lunge Airport, Bo, McKinney and Kenema, or can call 076 418 482 and 088 044 238. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
The program Good Morning Saloni continue. We will bring this edition come to you this Monday morning. Me na sapti you kalon.
Musa Kamara minim.
Inside the program, they look at another issue. Inside the National Youth Commission, no all one media engagement for tell journalists about the productive social safety net and youth employment project, where the commission together with NACSA they implement now on the theme empowering youth, amplifying voices, media as a catalyst for youth and enterprise in Sierra Leone. And according to the Deputy Commissioner and the National Youth Commission, Emerson Kamara say the $40 million grant where they don't get from World Bank will give opportunity to 8,000 young people for improve their business and save the one year one start of business at the country. For more on this issue, let me listen to a reporter, Karifa Conte.
According to the 2021 midterm population and housing census, it shows say about 60% of people in the country now young people from age 35 and below. This same report and other reports that inside the past year they don't show say the young people here so 50% or more of them not get work. We were able to improve their life. Where this make inside the past year them finger them on the points to government because people believe say government for able to create the platform. Also young people will able to get work and benefits themselves. And as government will give work to all the young people here, so make the National Youth Commission together with NACSA with support from World Bank don't begin the productive social safety net and youth employment projects. Outside this project, they cater for young people. Outside them go able to get access to finance for make them go start up them business and improve the one them when they already start their own business so that then go able to empower themselves in society. And as these projects, they target 8,000 young people in the country. And for now, how young people go get sabi about this project, make the National Youth Commission do all one media engagement for tell journalists about this project. But how important this project gets for young people in the country, Emerson Kamara, now the Deputy Commissioner at the National Youth Commission, he explained.
The project is very much important because this is a project where they address a lot of challenges where young people they face in this country. Unemployment is an aspect of one of the biggest problems we face in this country. Livelihood, so another big problem where this country they face. Young women, they low income earners, then the way they suffer. This project they cover the entire country. 8,000, 1,500 for Northwest. We cover Putzloko, Karine, Cambia. 1,500 this northeast. We cover Bombali, Koinadugu, Tonkolele, and Falaba. Then you get the south, in the western area, 2,000. Then you get the east. So it covers the entire country.
Emerson Kamara continues say this is a $40 million project. We go give opportunity to 8,000 young people in the country.
So this project is a $40 million project.
8,000 young people benefit out of it who are in business, and those we get the intention, say they want to do business, for build their capacity, promote them, help them for grow, and the one that we get the intention for do business, we support them, train them, because we all know say, then talk about business, or you can just say, I want to do business, I want to do business. A lot of businesses in this country today, not able to go before because we not get the know-how.
Inside one presentation with the monitoring and evaluation officer at the National Youth Commission, Yusuf Kamara, been talk about the area where the project supports young people in power.
We will concentrate on food and hospitality. We will also support projects on fisheries, vegetable and flower production, garbage collection and recycling, and technical training. Example, we get cell phone, and also mechanic and pipe repairs, plumbing, carpentry. All these activities are supported in the medium term.
One challenge we done over the past year them. Now that plenty projects where governments can implement, not they benefits the right people. For sake of this make the project coordinator for grievance redress mechanism. Now the Anti-Corruption Commission, Patrick Morovia, been talk about their role for sake of this project.
The GRM, the arm of the project, where particularly they support the beneficiary and protect the beneficiary. The implementers of the project, the NECOM, the MOYA, the NAXA, all get their own strength and they know what they do. But the beneficiaries, most of the time, are more vulnerable. If we're not careful, programs like this will come and phase out, and beneficiary not get no good out of it. Now that makes us say, let we as grievance redress mechanism people for listening to the beneficiary, then concerns and complaints. And then concerns and complaints, get a GRM platform or a factor then complaints, so that all other implementing agencies get access to their complaints and address their complaints.
As the National Commission for Social Action, NAXA, now one pan implementing partner and pan productive social safety net and youth employment projects make the social development specialist and NAXA. Aisata Blake say these projects they target 60% of young women in the country.
The project is not just about providing grants for youth, but also we want to see how we can support these youth, especially women, for which they are catering for 60% in this project, to see how we can support them with other capacities, like giving them psychosocial training, giving them training on anger management, stress management. These are things we look forward to give out to the youth. So at the end of the day, they will not just be able to handle their businesses, but even their own social, personal, and psychological life will be able to handle.
Aisata Blake end up encourage young people from age 18 to 35 years for apply with a business proposal so that they go benefit from this project. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Mina Karifa to counter the report.
The program is today listening to that Good Morning Saloni, the country from 98.1 FM. And today we look at the state of the country economy. Inside the program, I get Honorable Alpha Jallo, they represent the All People's Congress APC party from Falaba district. And we get Imran Silla, we did come on the Strategic Communications Unit, Minister of Information and Civic Education. The program Good Morning Salon, they continue to look at the state of the country economy. I come to you again, Imran. At the first half of the program, we don't look at the inflation rates. Now we look at exchange rates as of today. What's in the exchange rates, dollar to the leons?
I know say not to the same as even day something like 2 weeks back. So some slight changes still happen upwards.
So what's the latest now?
I don't know the exact figure.
As of last week,
slightly don't go upwards.
As last week,
I know say slightly don't go upwards. If you get exact figures, you can help the conversation.
No, you don't they check out me figures them say you get concerned about them. Make I ask you, you don't show me magazine where una don't put together say now the economy and now the issues. Make I ask you what's in the current exchange rate.
If you get the exact figures, help the conversation. Let's just say something, right? During the interval I show your magazine, this is not the 1 year magazine we'll put together. You keep the reference young figures that we say you get from Google. Then get one parable they can pull and say the reason they will make you see condo they shaking head. Anytime you see condo tina be they shake head, you know what you make? Because person not there for battle, and he say the battle himself. Now make it left there the shake head, say me na man, the shake head. The point why they try for make is this. In doing this 1 year magazine, where His Excellency the President Pulnado, during the town hall na Bintumani, on the issue of the economy, this initial draft on the economy was done by me. So there's a reason to make I bring down the open. I don't mention it publicly. That is to say, nothing that has to do with the economy on data and statistics and figures there. As of the time for police magazine, I don't know sabi na my life. So then you wake myself now 12 o'clock night, ask me about the figures that sabia. It comes naturally. I don't need to go to Google.
So by the time it
was well researched, I'm coming. It was well researched. Every single IMF and World Bank report as of April, May, June 2024, I had to read through to be able to do this initial draft for this 1 year.
Who say get the statistics then?
So that make us say I have checked every Google? World Bank report. No. These are printed copies.
Man.
Yeah. So if you go for them, you will get them.
So
check World Bank and IMF report for May, June 2024.
Imran, all in point here we bring out.
All of those data and statistics were talked about at the initial.
So by the time you put this magazine together, what's have been the exchange rate?
The exchange rate was 2.36 leons to the dollar.
So today, as it stands,
now the quote from so it is on page 10.
Today,
Sierra Leone's economic stability, a year of progress and hope. As of the term of this magazine, it was 2.3.
Then I will stand.
So if you get
then I will stand
2.36 as at the time of this magazine, it was 2.36. So
then
you give me you help the conversation and now with your own figures.
Then I will stand.
Help the conversation.
So it don't go beyond that, Imran. Actually, but it don't go 2.4 like 2 million.
Now the point down there I make. I say I don't know the exact figures, but I say it don't go upwards.
So waiting go wrong, we make policy fluctuation.
All which I've been needing for do now for help the conversations, give the exact figures there now. That is something I cannot contest. I not contest because I know say it don't go upwards.
So waiting go wrong, what they see fluctuation, no they see consistent stability in the exchange rate.
So again, I don't know the parameters for determining consistency where you get, but I will tell you my own parameters for determining consistency. Yeah. Since the elections last year to now, right, there has been stability, relative stability.
Based on waiting.
This is the first in the last few weeks. We don't see the figures don't go upwards. But for 12 months from the elections last year to at least a month or two ago, it was at 2.36 and it remained stagnant at 2.36.
Stagnant for how long?
No. For 12 months. For 12 months, it remains stagnant at 2.36. Oh, absolute.
You mean?
Absolute. So because we don't see, right, it don't change over the past few weeks, no means stability not on the over a period of 12 months.
So Imran assistance.
No mean so.
So you don't change over the past week, or it don't go beyond past week.
You instability you the talk about not over a period of 2 weeks. I can concede to that.
No, these are what you they say, not to the fact on the ground, Imran.
now based on this not on the ground, not to part.
No, this you not get for say something because you believe say this na your opinion. You get for make sure say you check fact to the public and you talk about say don't stagnant for too long.
No. Now,
and you say according to 12 months, right?
Now, based on your statement, this conversation had happen now based on your statement.
So, my point to raise to you the fluctuation waiting the cause. I mean, you think say for even shift?
It don't fluctuate over the past few weeks.
You think say that will even happen?
I can concede to that. Yeah, but stability more broadly over a period of 12 months, you cannot say it has not been stable, right, for this length over this period of 12 months.
So why the change?
Over the past 2 weeks? Now you don't get this kind of a waiting call. But look, again, more broadly to the point, I think it is all part of the process in trying to get something right. What it means is, it means you would have your bad moments, right? You will get your not so bad moments. You will get your good moments. What you hope to achieve ultimately, and for make sure say, there is consistency, right, over a period, right, which you refer to as a good moment. And I think so within that framework there, from last year, where elections done, immediately after elections, to now, over the period, we can safely say, right, we have been hovering around the figures that largely it has been stable.
Imran, as it stands today, the $100 to the now 2,420,000. You think say that's not a good sign for the loans and the inflation at all?
So we again, I know you don't Google plenty with inflation. You get your own figures at
so just forget about Google. Imran, just forget. This is now on the streets of Freetown. This is not Google.
You talk about
why are you focusing on Google?
Well,
that's the biggest platform for education. I wonder what he used for get to figure them from World Bank.
I did not have to Google, right? They have their websites. If you get to their website, you can print copies of their report.
Okay.
I do that on a
so
regular
why you think so? You come up from strategic communications
unit,
you they frown at Google. What do you think say when I can use? Why when I get websites?
When you Google,
no, if I go Minister of Information website, is it not fake today?
You know the way till I don't talk.
No, I'm not. I know I just ask you.
If you say let me also.
No, I they ask you not to talk.
Okay, Imran, we need to go for a break. According to producer, please. No, you come back to that later, please. We need to go for a break.
Alone. So the truth will reveal you now. You see their faces, but you never know their thoughts. Every baby knows that talk is deep, so deep. You see their actions, but you never know their reactions. Time and time alone will prove the story, and every eyes will see. Truth will reveal. The truth will reveal. Things that are hidden. I said the things that them high deep down inside. Truth will reveal. The truth will reveal what's in their hearts. What is in their hearts? Oh yeah. Said the truth will reveal. I said the truth will reveal you. I said the truth will reveal. Little truth them try to hide from long time gone. But you and I know that looks at the same. Remember to say, still waters run deep. So what you know you're running.
Well, that Nana Fonte, the truth shall reveal. The program Good Morning Salon, and today we look at the state of the country economy. We get Imran Silla from the Strategic Communications Unit, Minister of Information and Civic Education, and also we get Honorable Alpha Ba, where they represent the All People's Congress APC party in Parliament. So we go for a short break. We'll continue the program Good Morning Salon.
Any hour where you sleep and wake, you dey ask yourself, wetin GT Bank get for we again? Well, GT Bank gladly for tell you say, anybody can do MoneyGram and real money service na any GT Bank branch near you and receive gift wey go make you act gladly. E no mean say pass you be GT Bank customer o. E like you not to customer na the bank, just waka go na any GT Bank branch near you and do you real money or MoneyGram service and receive fine gift from GT Bank. GT Bank, it go better. You bank with you.
Salon Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile app, you can able for use Salon Link money transfer for send money to anybody. It let you not get bank account. Transfer or receive money now the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office. It let you not get the account number. Buy Edsalite, pay other bill them, and now get advanced salary. You don't need for worry again, but almost money then you earn. Because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. That pardon done for the boss man them. With Beyond Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all your supplier them, sell forex to Salon Commercial Bank, and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store or go to Salon Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, delivering God.
The program na Good Morning Salon is come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM, and today we look at the state of the country economy. We come to we other studio guest. We now Honorable Alpha Jallo. We represent the All People's Congress APC party in our parliament. We talk about the inflation. We talk about the exchange rate. We talk about the price of commodities and the impact we get on the ordinary salon people. What do you think say the country need for do now for gets to the ECOWAS level or ECOWAS aim winner for reduce inflation to 1%?
Yeah, firstly, I think say the government need to be honest in doing all within they say then they do, and not just for make pronouncement for the sake of pronouncement sake. At the reference, the president when he go na parliament at the state opening, he say we need to understand say politics na a tool where they take you to governance, but politics not the govern. This is a profound statement where the president make. But I want to make internalize that statement there and make the entire government internalize this statement and no say politics not the govern. So we need for make sure say we put in place, like for example, there are lots of like this feed salon program. It's a nice, beautiful program. Yeah, it's a very good thing if we're able to achieve them. Yeah, but one thing we then always need for do. This country we get history of bad monitoring programs and frameworks. So the need for make sure say like this program, they put robust and strict monitoring and evaluation frameworks. Yeah, because we don't see the Toma Bomb project. I mean, from where they launch in 2020, 2021, this is not 2024. Till now, we now harvest one bag receipt. Yeah. So waiting cause Nandi, now because it was politicized and monitoring systems have not been there in place. And so we're not able to get results out of Nandi. We see the youth farms we then do. Again, then we do lots of investment by our youth farms there as a country, yeah. But then at the end of the day, we go then recently we go na the provinces, we visit the youth farms and we as na parliament, the youth committee in our parliament, me a member of the youth committee. So we visited those farms and most of them, the rest where they plant now those districts, na farm they eroding. Then left hand because then say they know the government level for support them for harvest the rest. How you go plan to do all that kind of investment there, but then towards the end, you're not able for put in place strategies for do the harvest and then get that rest there and bring that into the market. So like one of the key things then we are the advise this government and any other government for that matter. Now for make sure say there are strict and robust monitoring systems, we will be able to monitor programs them because you can get a very good idea, fantastic idea, but then the implementation, if it is flawed, you're not able for make progress.
You talk about the government's number one priority among them 5. You say the fiscal. Why you think it is politicized according to you, based on written?
Yeah. So again, now this is not from experience. Yeah. The way this government came to power in 2018. Then say then they privatize agriculture. Then they do a policy shift instead of dealing directly with the farmers. Then they privatize them, and so what then they do for agriculture? Then they get service providers. We not through them one and they machine them. We them been bring come for agriculture. Not through them. Not through them service provider and then they give them machine and they. Through the one and the people and the farmers then they can do plowing and harrowing and all that, and then for the fertilizers we then be used for give to the farmers then directly. Instead then they give the agro dealers for fertilizers and seeds. So now through those agro dealers the people and they able to get then fertilizer and the government they give them e-vouchers where then they able for waiting. But the point is the entire program then gets wrong because it was politicized. So waiting then do, instead of getting people we know where they into the business of agriculture, what they did was for hire now the procurement process and say then they do open bidding and all that, but waiting then do instead now forget party loyalists for be agro dealers and service providers. And for them party loyalists then they all they concern not for improve on the program, but instead then they see this thing like a payback time for their loyalty to the government and for their loyalty to the SLPP party. And so instead of seeing it as a business and way for improve the country, then see like way as payback and job for the boys.
Honorable, to get time for look at the agriculture sector. No, we focus on the economy today, and we see, for instance, we don't see the dollar rate, we don't see the inflation, and we don't see the impacts on the ordinary salon people. I refer you to the food security monitoring system where now World Food Program, WFP report as of February this year, 82% of salon population they food insecure. You think that the country don't reach that level for declare austerity?
Yes, definitely. The country they not. In fact, I don't say this again. Like the government can condemn APC and say they meet this country in austerity level, but then even that 10-day food insecurity was not 1% like how the WFP report they say, because if you look at the WFP report properly, then they tell you say the one day we really like food secure now the country now 1%, like the 17% now the one day we be say moderately secure, like then head just there above the water. So like even that 10-day way APC declare austerity, this food insecurity was not up to 82%. But then this government, like again, then for them it's always like managing like PR, like waiting the people and they say or waiting and they say tell the people it's not like the reality. For them, then they say like say it's so bad for declare austerity because you go not bad waiting for it will be like a bad image for the government and all. So because of that, they go to that level there. But then the reality is we did to a state we really for declare austerity.
Honorable, continue for the with that's Honorable Alpha Jallo, Member of Parliament, Falama District for the opposition APC party. The program Good Morning Salon they continue, and now we they look at another issue inside the Chief Administrator on Kono District Council, Mohammed Marasi. They're not able to reach the target man tax collection inside 2022 because Paramount Chief then can collect tax. Now place away council for collect. It talk this with the Public Account Committee in Parliament with the question workman them na Kono District Council for Seka where the audit report say inside 2021 to 2022 workman and the council not be follow the right process and procedure for use government couple give award to contractor and other thing them. For more on this issue, let we listen to a reporter Chaino Jallo.
Inside the Public Account Committee hearing for the 2021-2022 Auditor General Report, where they happen now at different local councils across the country, we start at the southeast and now in the northwest region. Different local councils come before this committee, where they represent parliaments for answer to different things where the name been called for inside the 2021-2022 Auditor General Report. But one thing will be common. Now all them council also the hearing. And the fact say plenty pan them not be able to generate the amount of copper where then tell government say then go generate inside a particular year day. And this now because of different reasons them according to the local council representative them. Inside the hearing where they happen now na Bombali district. Kono District Council number one pan the council them will be present inside this hearing. And during the time we remember them at the Public Account Committee, we they engage them on what in the audit report say. Then find out say this same council, like plenty other one them, not people forget the exact amount of copper they're supposed to collect as taxed inside 2021-2022. And member them at the committee be always curious for know but why local council them unable to meet their target. And when they explain to member them at the Public Account Committee, the Chief Administrator at the Kono District Council, Mohamed Mara, say the council be able to collect huge amounts of copper, but still they're able to reach their revenue target because of how paramount chief them can collect tax outside the council already supposed to collect tax.
For 2022, we made some efforts. We were able to collect about 1 billion dollars. So the issue about this revenue collection from our states and the fact that most of the revenues are in the hands of the civil administration. For instance, if you go to collect branches, money for council branches, we used to have, we need 5 branches now. We tell you this is my area, move, don't come here. And over there, they are so loyal to the chiefs. If the chief say yes, it's yes. If they say no, even if you go down, you collect no money.
With this in reason as to why they exactly able for collect the amount of copper where they're supposed to collect. Honorable Tower been say that not to excuse because according to them, the council get more power for collect tax over the paramount chief them.
The chief of council reports to the local council in their locality. It is the chief of council that should prepare their budget for your vetting and approval. So if you are approving their budget, you should be able to know what are their own source revenue indicators, what they are collecting from what source, and what are you getting as percentages out of that. It is because you yourself as CAs and as leaders in the council, you don't take time to look at legislations that gives you the necessary mandates to do what. So as a result, when once the chief say X, you would accept. So what we do in this instance is to get an engagement, an honest engagement towards the end of this year, before the start of next year. So when we go, we would also let the others know that yes, indeed, the chiefdoms are older than the councils, but the councils have more power than the chiefdoms.
The issue of local council them unable to reach the exact amount of target where they're supposed to collect as tax inside 2021, not be only affect Kono, but also be affect McKinney City Council. We make member themselves at the Public Account Committee be also one for no with a McKinney the you reason. And when they talk, the Chief Administrator at the McKinney City Council, Daniel Boema Pukumu, say the council not be able to reach the target for collect the copper where they be tell government say they go collect because the too much political tension will be there upon at the tongue inside that particular year day.
There's an abnormal situation that will come. We talk about strikes. People who are not complying. How many you have to when you talk about the
Daniel Boema Pukumu continues to say the political tension at the city may affect the expected for able to generate more copper because they believe say more business them they operate at this particular place.
You know, we have a very good team. I'm sure if you effectively make use of your political class, your councillors and your mayors, and with your dynamic, I'm sure you into those glory days. But McKinney has so much potentials. A lot of them. A lot. That those stores alone will give you so much. And good enough, the city is almost clean now. So there's no any excuse for business owners to say they are not seeing why their money is doing. You are doing so much. So which means you have to make sure that you put your staff on their toes to see that they put more effort to improve revenue collection.
Member of Parliament them and the Public Account Committee, they continue with this hearing now the local council them across the country. Radio Democracy will continue for bringing another updates than day. For the Society for Radio Democracy, me, Nacheng Nojalo.
You dey look for side for keep you money and for make you business grow? You dey look for way how you go keep money and help people in your community?
Well, now the term is so for keeping money with any community bank or financial services association, with them they call FSA, with the all side na salon, because then a good party with good condition, very easy for the ordinary man.
They go guide you find one, but how for manage your money for change your life and your people them now your community. Maybe say when you keep your money in a bank where they near you not just they keep money for bye, but you they help your community for go before.
So waiting you the wait, you be businessman or farmer, petit trader, so he act possible, teacher or anybody keep your money in any community bank or FSA where they near you and see how your life go better. Remember say them bank here they are so take go for me and you.
Inside the program, Good Morning Salon now. Now time follow, relax and listen to Walkabout.
Another morning again. I say Monday, man. I say Monday. I say Paul talk. I say Paul talk with some people explain. I say finally, I show no. I say this government under God on decide say, then they carry that case go na parliament to Abuate tell you but that jalbo until I case. I say that one way. All the people that don't get the guy chance. I say, wedding subordination now. I say civil society talk. Talk when I this me no let pango. And I this me no let pandemic family yabo. I let you talk. It's Alex, sometimes the stick broke na this man. I say, once they don't think say, na so for go. I say na so. But again, now I go know the parliament will me the see now. We are gonna begin getting your pan. I say them go disappoint me. I say fumble. I say this country. I say I say contend I can this the wonder if we are move or like this the map straight. I say because now toll gate price up. Yes, price I say 5% tax. Yes, you know, I say instead of don't get increment. Another joke. In fact, I not go the 114 for it. I say, I say one bag rice. I say, na minimum wage. I say, na then they rush. Imagine your salary. I say you gross salary. Okay. Then say, I say for money, salary within the plan at this country, not do for buy one bag rice. I say na the country this all the money. I say we the watch we self so. And thing they go I no for go. I say na this make way some people and can grab, then talk out the ones, talk out the no ones. Na something like this the cause. At the Polentia, you watching now, airport. Na foreign people that in a get out, they enjoy I say, who got the print to passport. Then one then a foreign people net waiting and call them. I say, in not tap you. Ask me that the print to ID card that in a foreign people them. I say, Bokuche, even care for their uniform, they all I say, hey, what you will do? Me, not gonna work about.
The program is still listening to now. Good morning, Saloni, the council from 98.1 FM. Una don't send una text messages them on the number 077-981-981. And also now with Facebook page. Now time for make we look at text messages. Up to you.
This first one I will take from with 077-981-981. They say, Honorable Jallo, you have said correct things, but not totally. I disagree with you in one area, that is when you said there has been a time when Guinean money reigned over the Leons, unless this era. Go back and check from end of 1997 to the rest of 1998. Every 2 million of 1 Guinean franc. I was in Guinea by then. They come out from Mambo.
This one from Super Caps Food in our Facebook page. Say Mr. Silla, as a communication man, lacks lots of information. Let him go and do more research, as he lacks fact of empirical evidence of the inflation current state. We as citizens, we are disappointed. May God help Mama Saloon. This is from Super Caps now with Facebook page.
This one from David and IMAT on with 077 line. They say, please tell Imran that the mean is affected by the extreme values. That is, if the segmented inflation rates are high, there is no way the overall inflation rate will be low. Statistics 101.
This one from Kamara Mohammed Ibrahim now Facebook. He say Imran Silla always have issue with the truth. You can't escape from the reality. Economic issues are always practical.
These are the ones that we talk about economy. It's affected by everybody. If you look now, there is no price control. We don't know what the Ministry of Trade and other body are doing. Most of the business people are just doing business on their own terms and conditions.
This one from Bob Content, our Facebook page. They say internal and external factors of fighting inflation. External factors include cost, insurance, and freight of imported goods and beyond government control, as shipping cost has doubled due to Russia-Ukraine war.
This other one again from 077 is 98. Let us don't forget there is no development without peace. Up to now, we have a fragile peace. There are a lot on the opposing side who are doing everything to downplay the progress of this government. I believe we must put behind all our grievances and think salon. Then let's see if the salon will improve. Let us stop all this hypocrisy.
This one from Kini Musa on our Facebook page. They say, honestly, our economic situation is bad, but we keep hearing from the minister that people should not be against them with the short saying, we will deliver. The question is when we'll start seeing the delivery.
This one will say, Imran is trying to confuse the listener and viewers, is managing the truth. The truth will be revealed soonest, P.I.K. Rokel.
This one, Mola Bangura on our Facebook page, say, Imran, you need to do more research.
Okay, most of the time.
The last one for me come up from Macton and New England Village. They say, Mr. Imran, please educate the public and stop going back and forth with presenters, especially with the figures. Most importantly, the increase in dollar price, which you cannot confirm.
Okay, over to you, Imran, for response to the messages.
Yeah, well, I think a few other things here we don't remember talk about. Just time to some of them questions that don't come. Number one, the honorable member talk about the gap, right, in waiting require, right, in terms of the money for feed salon and agriculture. I think so. We need for remind ourselves every budget gap. That's normal in life, yeah. Under APC, under Tijankaba, and every other government in any other country, yeah. As long as it's a developing country, there is something called budget gap. It is how that I make with finance minister, every finance minister, when they read budget in the parliament, then they talk about how they're able for filling that funding gap there, right? That is not necessarily generated by revenue, right, and income. So you expect over a period. So it's nice for all no say that in normal. When you talk about on our site the WFP report and then figures then they will contain now precisely because of that they make His Excellency the President Julius Maada Bio say we need for embark on feed salon and agriculture. Not precisely because of the data, not precisely because of the fact that they're not looking encouraging over a period. Right? It is for those reasons that we need feed salon and agriculture, and that make President Bio don't invest as much as he don't invest in feed salon and agriculture for make sure so we're able for turn, right? Then data, then they're around to something positive for we in this country. In terms of public-private partnership in the agricultural sector, I think say that's not the way for go. We don't try several other things that in the past way not done work. So yes, forget machineries them, for let them be owned by let you get a public-private partnership component to them. I think it is necessary and useful, which I think say probably go help for let them deliver as much as we'd expect them for deliver, and follow able for get the right conversations them and also see them shortfalls then they able for raise them up and flag them. Particularly, I mean, you as member of parliament, you get your colleague members of parliament, which is the bipartisan committee. We're responsible for the Ministry of Agriculture, like every other ministry. You say you then are the supervisory committee. We get for do with youth. So I think say some of them conversations and they will also able to get them internally, because as members of parliament, when they interact with the ministries, departments, and agencies and do directly,
Okay.
on a supervisory responsibility, and I think say it could be necessary and useful following that to get the internal dialogue and conversation taken at the highest level with the minister and the deputy. Let just end on one note, right? And I think say very necessary. Somebody raised the question about statistics, right? And within a statistics 101, look, if somebody can quote consumer price index, right? It is not my responsibility for tell the person say he's supposed to understand that there's a difference between consumer price index and overall inflation. Those are two different things. So if you quote consumer price index has to do with the cost of essential commodities. That is consumer price index, day in, day out. Nothing to do with overall inflation. Somebody also raised a very legitimate point to talk about cost, inflation, freight, and all of them thing and day. That's the metrics.
Okay.
We'll talk about overall inflation. So it is different from consumer price index. And I go bet me bottom dollar any day, any time. Right? Low, go check down the one that are professionals in economics. No longer
Statistics.
Okay, Imran.
Nobody need to talk here talk. No, nobody need to talk here talk. Imran, treat people with respect. Nobody need to talk. Imran.
Consumer price index is different from overall inflation.
Statistics 101 they tell you say
no.
if one factor bad, it affect the other. That's the
argument.
Nobody need to talk.
Imran,
Nobody need to talk here talk.
Imran,
what you quoted at the start of this program.
Nobody need to talk here talk.
Okay, Imran.
When statistics 101 they say if the consumer
we can have that conversation.
Plenty thank you to Idana Imran Silla for
know that and note that.
Okay, Imran Silla, plenty thank you for being guest.
And you self need for do more research.
Okay, Imran, plenty thank
Talking point platform, TTP. Oh yeah. Unale we pledge, we love and loyalty to we sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as well.